In later years, I also became very close with Gyabje Dujum Rinpoche's wife, Sangyam Kusho Rigzin Wangmo. And she is also a wonderful example of a great female practitioner and saint, in my opinion. And like all of the historical female saints in history, she underwent many hardships. She had to break out of the stereotype, as everyone does, in their own way, whatever that may be that they've created for themselves. And she had to go against the authority of family, friends, whatever, in order to pursue her search for truth and realization. And so she always told me many stories about how it was for her, because she was an aristocrat and she lived in the genre of Tibetan high society and eliteness in Lhasa, central Tibet. And when Dujum Rinpoche asked her to marry him, she was pulled to that marriage and defied her parents and went off with him, you might say. And then she was required to engage in many difficult meditation retreats. And so she was always in the room month after month, year after year, practicing all of the strenuous techniques, which she certainly never thought she would be doing. But yet it was through this process that she was able to accomplish her goal. And even to this day, I've never met anyone who spends so much time in meditation. When Dujum Rinpoche came traveling to America back in the 80s, she was always with him, but many times we never saw her because she liked to avoid the limelight and she was not interested in any kind of glorification. And so she would stay in her room and practice. And I would always notice that she wasn't there. I'm sure many people did too, but I was fortunate enough to have access, since we were hosting them, to go and see what she was doing. And every time I went and knocked on the door, I would find her in meditation. And so there are many hidden yoginis like this, because it is the way of Tibetan culture to be humble and simple. And many of the females especially have chosen this direction because the males were going in the other direction. And so we have to have a balance, don't we? And that's pretty much what it's about.